day in my neighborhood. Hope all is going well. Just wanted to briefly do this live video about Iewe and Ewe. Alright, let's take a look at this. Oh. See if you can see what I see. First off, I gotta be able to see it too. There we go. So that you know that I'm not making things up. In Hawaiian culture, the Iewe, or placenta, is a significant part of birth tradition that involves caring for and bearing. Alright? The Iewe is considered to represent the parents' prayers, hopes for the child, the burial ceremonial way to honor the child. Honor the child's connection to their ancestors and place of birth. Okay? Let's go through it some more. There are practices. Parents. Oh, look at that. In 2006, Hawaii passed a law that gives parents the right to take their child's Iewe home from the hospital. This is a real tradition. These are real things. Cleaning and burying the Iewe is part of a ritual to help the child forge a connection with their ancestors. Okay? Anything else we want to look at here? So this is not something that I'm just speaking about. It's something that's real. It's Iewe. For many people, this way. There we go. For many people, the Iewe may be a Hawaiian tradition. Outside of Hawaiian, it's the archaic word for Jew in the Bible. And now we're going to bring this all together and start putting the connections together. Let's go ahead and look at Iewe in the Bible. We have to put everything in its place first, and then we'll talk about it. So here we go. What you see there? Iewe. In the Bible, 1611. So that you're not, confusing anything. But when the Iewe saw the multitudes. Say what now? Iewe saw the multitudes. But I thought Iewe was a Hawaiian placenta. So we have to put these things in their proper place. Iewe is a placenta. It is a part of the Hawaiian language that can never be changed or not taken away from it. but it is also an archaic word, which is now the modern day word for Jew. So what exactly is an Iewe? Well, let's take a look at our tradition first, and then we'll get into that. So, I was reading about the tradition of the Iewe in the Pacific, how it's ritually cleansed, how it's buried, okay? So an Iewe gives life to the Ewe, E-W-E. So once an Ewe is born, okay, the people will take the Iewe, ritually cleanse it. Then, after cleansing it, they will bury it with a tree on top of it. Interesting. Now, for those that are unaware, Ewe is a lineage in Hawaii. You can go to Ewe Dictionary, look that up. You will see that it says lineage. That's a level. And let's take a look at that. Rather people not just take my word for it. So I'm using two phones here to look at this information, so bear with me. Dictionary. So here you'll see Ewe Hawaiian Dictionary. See if I get internet here by the ocean. And you'll see sprout, rootlet, lineage. You want to live here in Maui? Maui, Hawaii. So I'm looking at Ewe and Ewe. So that's the lineage. From an Ewe comes forth an Ewe. But what many people don't know is that there's also Ewes in West Africa. Ewes who were part of the transatlantic slave trade. And now, the descendants, Ewes, are in the West Indies. We don't use the I, we use the Y. And so, we have Iewe and Ewe, while in Hawaii it's Iewe and Ewe. So to verify, you can find this under Santeria. So you can verify what I'm talking about here. The Santeria Ewes and their tradition is very, very, very much the same tradition as Iewe and Ewes of Hawaii. You will find this information under Iewe. Alright? Iewe, Ewe, it's all the same. So in Hawaii, in the Pacific, an Ewe is born from an Iewe. The people will take the Iewe, ritually cleanse it, and bury it with a tree on top. Iewe had a baby. The baby is an Ewe, but the Ewe died. So Iewe took the Ewe and buried it next to a tree. Let's look at this one more time. In the Pacific, there is Iewe. Alright? An Ewe is born and lives. For the Iewe and Ewe of West Africa, now you can find this information under Santeria. The Ewe died. There is no cleansing. The Ewe was buried next to a tree. Okay? You say, what's the difference? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. What is the difference? In Hawaii, in the Pacific, the Ewe lives. For Iewe, or Iewe, the Ewe died. In the Hawaii, the Iewe was cleansed. In Santeria, Iewe was not cleansed, or the Ewe. In Hawaii, the Iewe was buried and a tree was planted on top of it. Iewe, or Iewe, from Santeria, the Ewe died, was buried next to a tree. So the question is, are these Ewes from Hawaii and the Ewes of Africa the same lineage? They apparently have the same Iewe tradition of burying with a tree on top or a tree next to it, cleansing. And if that is the case, there may actually be a possibility of two lineages, one that's Kanaka Maole and a separate one that's Ewe. Once again, who are the Ewes? Well, the Ewe is a lineage that's found in the Bible. Good morning. Kakayaka. Aloha. To teach the Howleys the, Olelo Hawaii. But Ewe in the Bible is a lineage. It's that root or sproutlage that comes from the Iewe. Okay? So how do we know this? We know this because the word Rachel actually means Ewe. Rachel is an Ewe. She sprouted from Jacob. The first Ewe in the Bible is what people call Eve. That is not Eve. That is Adam and Ewe. And Ewe, or Eve, came from Adam. Adam is the first Iewe. So all of the lineage Iewes are all men. Ewes can be men or women, but the first Ewe is going to be a woman because men don't have babies. So this is a biblical tradition that's been passed down and now can be found in the Iewe and Ewe lineage of Hawaii in the Pacific, but also in Iewe and the Yoruba Ewes of West Africa. And if you're not keeping touch, the Ewes in West Africa are all one. Whether they're Anglo Ewes, Yoruba, Igbo, they're all Ewes in Ewe land, and they're one people. So the question is, are the Ewes one lineage from the Pacific to Africa, as well as to the Bible? Are they the lineage of Jacob and Rachel? For those that are unfamiliar, Rachel had children eventually, and she had Joseph, she had Benjamin. Joseph went and had some more Ewe tribes, which are Ephraim, Manasseh, Dan, Naphtali. Good morning. Aloha. Paheoi. How are you? And these people in the scriptures, they are the descendants of Rachel, who is Ewe. While I talk about this, let me show my newest item that I got. I picked this up last night. This is macadamia and koa wood, handmade from a gentleman from his trees on his family's land. He turned it into a whistle. So I supported local and bought one. And so, we're speaking about the Hawaiian lineage called Ewe and Ewe. If you ever heard of the scripture, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, that is Ewe. That's what Hawaiians refer to as Ewe. West Africans call that Iewe, the thunder god of the Bible, which is now Yahweh. And so I've been doing research and speaking to Micronesians, Pohnpeians, Africans, trying to get a better understanding. Is this Iewe, Iewe, and Ewe lineage all connected from Africa to Hawaii? As I said earlier, the lineage of Kanaka Maoli could be a separate lineage from Ewe. Most people are aware of Kanaka Maoli. Since I have another person watching, let's go look at this Honu Ewe over here. So, if that is the case, Iewe and Ewes are the biblical Jews, that would mean that Hawaiians are a part of the Ewe tribe that descend from Joseph. Not because I said so, because that's what an Iewe and Ewe is. Only males can be an Iewe. Females and males can be an Ewe. It's early here in the morning. Got the turtle patrol out, making sure people don't mess with the turtle. I call it a Honu, I don't call it a turtle. Now, people may be wondering, what is the purpose of speaking of this? Well, I speak about it in my book, where I speak about Africans and Austronesians and how there's a lineage called Ewe, which we all connect to. We connect to these in our language, You know, a lot of Hawaiian words or African words share DNA. But we also share this Iewe and Ewe tradition. Let's go look at this. If you can see him from here. Did verify yesterday that this is a male Honu. Still don't know if this Honu speaks Olelo Hawaii. He's been moving around. Used to be here yesterday. Now he moved over here. Yes, this is where I'm from. I grew up here. All right. So like I said, I'm looking at this because the Ewe tribes, for those that don't know, will be the last tribes to be sealed in the scriptures, Joseph and Benjamin. For years, people have spoken and said the unnamed tribes, Ephraim and Dan, who are also Ewe tribes. So it doesn't really matter how you look at it. The last tribes to be sealed will be the Ewe tribes. The more we understand about Ewe, the more it will make sense. Don't want to get my towel all wet, so I'm going to put this here and let's walk over here. This is the Pacific Ocean. This is where I grew up. I'm gonna see if I can't find out how I can get one of these outriggers or canoes and take it out. May not be this one. There's another set across the street. I'm gonna go talk to that manager and see if I can take that out. Yeah, keep working out. From what I heard, they're stealing our sand here to take to Oahu. They used to take sand from Guam for Waikiki. Now they're taking sand from Maui to Oahu. Aloha. Kakayaka. Aloha, good morning. So, if that is the case, I have some more visitors. This feed is actually a feed about Iewe and Ewe's. We don't use the word Iewe in West Africa. We use the word Iewe, but it's all the same. And so in my book, I put the connections together for who these Ewe's and Iewe's are today. Let's go see what they're fishing over here. Just readjusting. Don't want to get my towel wet. Woo. Deeper over here. Dun, dun, dun. We came from over there. There's a Honu sleeping. He wakes up in probably another 20 minutes. You'll see his eyes blinking, his head moving. Rocky right here, hold on. Yeah, I'm walking on some rocks, so hold on. Be patient with me for a second. There we go. Oh, somebody left a chair. Okay. A lot of rocks on this side. Yesterday there was some people fishing. Don't look like anyone's fishing today. Oh, I know why, because it's Monday. That's right. I'm on vacation. But everybody's at work. So there was some canoes that were out here yesterday. For sunrise here, Hawaii time. Some people have asked me to do tours. If you are interested, let me know. I can bring you to Hawaii and take you around. bit later. We're going to see if I can go to my high school and get my senior transcript. Just for fun. I'm going to bring my daughter to my high school and show her my grades. I did graduate. Hoping to hook up with some local Hawaiians and talk more about this Iewe and Ewe with them. And get the modern day Hawaiian perspective. But I'll be quiet and let you enjoy it. So usually when I was younger, I would go to sleep and listen to these waves. And I would wake up to the birds. The birds would wake me up in the morning, let me know that it's morning, and I'd get ready for school or get ready for work. Last night we drove by my first job down the street. It's still there. First job I ever had. I was hired by a Filipino. At a hardware store was my first job. Aloha, good morning. There's Haleakala. I don't know if you can see it. I'm blinded by the sun. Let's go up here and let's get a higher view. Everybody watching knows I'm a little shorter, so let's get a higher view. This ain't my side though. I do have to disclose that. I grew up on the other side. This is more the north side. I grew up on the south side. A lot has changed. Banks that used to be there aren't there. Some things are good. We went to a mall yesterday where me and my crew, we used to rap at. So I got to show my relatives and show my daughter, my wife. This is where we used to rap. This used to be the hip hop store. Something in the sand. Probably Ami crabs. Enjoying being back home while I'm here. See a few more African Americans and black people in general. A lot more Filipinos on this island. Nothing wrong with that, I'm just updating. A lot of the local people moved up country. Morning. Kakayaka. Yeah, a lot more English on this island for some strange reason. If you don't understand, Kakayaka is good morning. Oi is how are you? So we usually greet each other, aloha, aloha, Kakayaka, oi. That way would be Lahaina side, the west side. We're on the south side. We got the north side, or we call it up country, central. Go back to the Honu and see what's going on. Did he wake up yet? The Turtle Patrol, they told us that you can tell the difference male or female by their tail. The males will have a longer tail. So the Honu that we saw earlier is a male Honu. We were also told that that Honu is between 40 and 50 years old. So he's really tired. He's been sleeping for like a couple days. A little bit later, we're gonna see if I can get my transcript, or at least order it. Hopefully stop by a local friend's establishment and support local. Beautiful. This is why they call it Blue Hawaii. The water will look jet blue. Yeah. That's Ayana messaging me saying, "Where did you go?" I said, "I went to go see the turtle." So turtles are smaller. That one is actually a Honu of Maui, which is more, I guess, medium. And then Honu are the giants. See. Oh, what? We got some people out. Paddling. Yep, I need to come back on this side. There they go. They're setting up the outriggers to take out. I won't be taking theirs. I'm gonna get a canoe from across the street. I already have that set up to go talk to that manager. And then I'll take you out and do a video on the canoe. Don't know if you can see. There they go. They're taking off right now. Hopefully I can catch that other crew. Nope, they look like they're ready. They're about to take off too. See if I can zoom in. Can't tell if you can see them. Get back over them and ask them. I might see if I can catch one with them later. See them moving over there? See that one? There's actually 3 of them that's out. Some people talking to that. Looks like the guy on the land. Back to the rocks, so give me a second, see if I can get back over there. So give me a second. Working with 2 phones and a towel here. If I didn't have my phone, if I didn't have this towel in this phone, I would climb up on here and show you that way, but the rocks. Back to the soft sand. They out far pretty quick. That's the flag. Don't know if you can see that green thing over there. That's actually the outrigger canoes. Probably a club or something. That's why you just don't want to pick one up. Might get jumped by the club. That's a joke, people. That's a joke. But yes, these are outrigger canoes. So you can see the outrigger canoe. Aloha. There's Honu of Pole Epo. Polepo. You can see it from this way. That's what they do. They would come, grab the canoe. This looks like one seater, two. These are 3-seaters. This is a 3-seater. See somebody out there stand up paddling. Don't know if you can see that person. Thing out there in the distance, that little white speck right there, that's actually the canoe. Speaking of some old timers yesterday, they wanted to know if I was moving back. Good morning. It's the sand. Boats out there. There's a boat harbor. Iewe boat harbor. See some of those specks out there. That's how far those canoes went already. See 2 over here. I think the other one is to my left. There's 3 of them that's out. realize there's a couple more over here. I need to go that way. There was just one yesterday, now there's 4. Wow.
You're just walking.
I just walk. I mean, I like.
I didn't even notice this earlier. There go Honu there. And those are the baby ones, Honu of Maui.
Sending them to my daughter, and I said, I promise I won't send you.
And here's the one that we saw earlier.
Oh, I'm retired. No, I just need.
Yeah, you see that one moving? Because you could get fined, so you don't want to go too close. You got people with the surfboards.
Oh, I imagine it's. And right there, there's 3 of them. I know. Like,
Thought it was just one. I'm like, whoa, I was going to go that way.
pretty cool, you guys. Enjoy.
Okay.
Aloha. What in the world?
You can yell it out, huh? China.
You can use my sleepers.
Let's do it this way. Now you can see the surfers and the Honus. And the surfers in the background. We named this one George yesterday. Morning, George. That one there is moving back into the water. Smaller ones are Honu of Maui, larger one is Honu. People stand up paddling. So here you can see the tail from this side. Oop. Very slippery rock, so you don't want to go on here. You will slip and fall. they catch you touching them, they will fine you. A hefty fine nowadays. So they put up these little barrier things. Oh, one's moving. I guess this one is the navigator. Everyone's following him. That's the Turtle Patrol. That's a Turtle Patrol. They are too close. Mahalo. It's the imaginary barriers, but you know. If they don't know, they don't understand. So hopefully she'll put that sign there. Go ahead, put that sign there. Oh, that one's opening his mouth. Yawning. Waking up. Must be getting hungry. Mahalo for your service. Guys on paddleboarding. course, those type of jobs, Turtle Patrol, it's all out of love, really. People don't really get paid for those type of things. There she goes, moving the sign so people can understand they don't want to get fined and make the news. All the Turtle Patrol I met, none of them are really local people. They're people who moved out here to do that. Walk back down here and then we'll close this out. Catch you later, George. Let's see if they can get off and take off into the water. Don't want to crash on these rocks. So this is not an ideal place for boogie boarding. I'll come back and hit these rocks. Go McKenna Beach to go boogie boarding. Oh, she's up.
Just randomly picture.
Do you two need a picture?
Oh, we're good.
You
We're
good?
fine. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah. All right. Time to go eat some breakfast and heli on to the day. Appreciate everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Aloha. Ah, fell in.